All right, I want to talk about repenting. You know, a lot of people talk about it is a change of mind, and you only have to do it once, and that's it. And we're gonna get into Revelations where he's telling these people to repent because they're falling and they're doing these evil things. He's telling them repent. He's telling. So why do they have to repent again if it's only one time? You know. Listen, repenting is a daily thing. It's a daily thing. You should be praying at least once a day, and before you pray, you should be repenting. I listen. I don't know. Every day is different. I might pray once. I might pray 3 times. But every time before I pray, the first thing I do is repent, and I try to remember my sins. And then at the end, I say, Lord, forgive me for all my sins. I do it every day. It's a daily thing, you know. And then another thing is we're going to talk about the Book of Life. And okay. So let's go into another thing is you're going to see in every one of these things, he's always talking about he's coming quickly. So it's like, unless you're prepared beforehand, you're not going to be prepared because he's coming so quickly. You're not going to be ready for it. So be ready now. Revelations 1:20, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches. Revelation 2:4, nevertheless I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Remember wherefore, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. So he's saying, I'm going to remove your church if you don't repent. Revelations 2:14, but I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel to commit fornication. So thou hast them also. So hast thou also them that hold the doctrine of the Nicolaitans, which thing I hate. Repent, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. Revelations 3:1, I know thy works, that thou hast a name, and that thou lovest and art dead. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before God. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Thou hast a few names even in Sardis, which have not defiled their garments, and they shall walk with me in white, for they are worthy. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, and I will not blow out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. So you see right there, their names were in the book of life, and he's saying, if you keep doing this, I'm going to bloat you out. So he's going to take your name out of there. So you can't lose your salvation. You see it right there. You see it with the repenting. You see it with the book of life. You know, and I already did a bunch of other ones, but we're just focusing on Revelations now. And then you get into Philippians 4:3. And I entreat thee also, true yoke fellow, help these women which labored with me in the gospel, with Clement also, and with other my fellow laborers whose names are in the book of life. So he's saying these are other Christians, and their names are in the book of life. And then Revelation 13:8, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. So the people who are going to worship the Antichrist were never in the book of life. And then Revelation 17:8, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life. From the foundation of the world, when they beheld the beast that was and is not and yet is. Again, these people who are not in the book of life are going to worship him. And then you get Revelations 20:15, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So you need to be in the book of life to be saved. And then you get Revelations 21:27, and there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. And then Revelations 22:19, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city. So what is he saying right here? Look at that. You could lose it. If you mess with this prophecy, he's going to take away your name. He's going to take you out. And you also see he's taking him out the holy city, which is the only way to get in there. What is it? The book of life. I just read it. And then you get into Revelations 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So you see it there. You know, if the only time you ever throw something out your mouth is when you don't like it, when it tastes wrong, it's when it's past due, when it's hot. You know, it's something you don't like. Those are the only things you spew out your mouth. And God's spewing these people out their mouth, his mouth, because he doesn't want anything to do with them. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. So these people are rich on the earth, but spiritually they are poor. And then you go into, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in fire, which you know that is at the end, God, when we make it to heaven, God's going to try all our works. And the evil things we did it for evil reasons are going to burn up, and the good things we did for good reasons are going to stay. And he's telling them to go after the things of God, the treasures in heaven. And then, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed. Again, the white raiment is always, you see it when the seal number 5 is open, that those that were slain, they're given white raiment. You see it. I just read it a bunch of times about white raiment. God gives those to us. And he's telling, so they're naked. He's telling them to take this white raiment that I have, that I will give you if you follow me. And that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. So, see it right there. Just keep repenting. It's a daily thing. Keep doing it. You sin, you get right in that closet. You don't run away from God, and you repent. And you keep trying to get better too. You keep trying to stop the sins, especially willful sin. So I hope this helps you. God bless you guys.